Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode.
We're back.
We're back.
Again.
And as usual, if you like what we're doing, then please
Like.
and
Subscribe. And
go
to
our
YouTube.
page
And
like
the...
and
hit the bell. And also come over to our Buy Me a Coffee page and, maybe donate. Or not. I don't really care, to be honest with you. You can do whatever you want.
Fun thing for our listeners, we're thinking about renaming our show. So if you have any suggestions, please send them to us, because right now we're working with 2 boobs, 1 pod.
We also have huge boobs. That's another...
Huge cat boobs.
Oh, yeah, we're in the works.
Please help
right
us,
now.
because Heather doesn't like any of our ideas because they're bad.
Please end Heather's suffering.
Please stop
And give us your input.
us from having any input by providing better options. But till then, this episode is going to be about another scary thing, since we've been doing scary things lately.
We're still in Halloween mode.
This time, the scariest thing of all, making friends as an adult.
Come on board and check it out with us.
So, without further ado, I'm Too Far Tom. This is
Brian,
Top,
F,
and
Heath,
this
Heather.
is
It's your girlfriend, Heather.
a show about 2 huge boobs. And welcome to it. Let's talk about adult friends.
Adult friends.
But
yeah.
first, I'm kind of a weird guy. I'm a little wacky, a little crazy,
A little quirky.
just a little quirky.
Uh-huh.
I live in a loft with 3 men, and I'm a school teacher. And my name is Zoe.
Well, your name is Jess.
Jess Chanel.
Jess Chanel.
But since I'm so quirky, I'm going to get drugged up live on this podcast. I've got...
What?
40 milligrams of CBD. No,
You're really going to do that?
well, yeah.
You are? All right.
I'm crazy. Wee. Oh my God, what's going to happen?
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't fucking do drugs. Look at what happens. Look how he's being torn apart. So wait, is that I'm not privy to the CBD world. Is that a lot?
No, it's a tiny amount.
Oh, so my reaction was
Yeah.
incredibly disproportionate to what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know. So what would be is there even a crazy amount of
Like-
CBD, or do you just get really...
Like really relaxed.
Yeah.
You're like, man, I feel good.
Dude, you look like you're totally fucked up on CBD right now.
What's like a
But it's
very
just a person
gentle, like when
relaxing.
you're on Molly and it's called rolling? Like what's like just a very gentle, like, dude, I'm nudging right now.
I'm crawling.
Crawling sounds like you're really fucked up. Yo, my vibe just got nudged.
Oh, I'm fucking crawling right now, dude.
I took 6,000 milligrams of CBD. And like I'm like
What does that even look
nudging
like?
in the right
I don't-
direction.
I'm so out of the world.
Give me something soft.
I'll give you something soft, bro.
Adult friends.
Adult friends.
We're adult friends.
Yeah, making friends when you're a big boy, also known as an adult,
Yeah.
Sucks, kind of, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks less for us because we are cemented into one solid circle of people that we probably will never diverge from, but
a cult.
sort of, yeah.
A friend.
It's sort of a cult.
Friend cult. Initiation involves being jumped in sexually.
But what if you were to be jettisoned from this cemented group?
Heather's not happy with us already. She doesn't like any of our bits.
Well, that's fair. They're pretty soft.
Okay, so let's imagine that we were jettisoned to a different state.
Right. Hypothetically.
And away from all known, trusted, loved humans.
And we realize we now need to make friends.
Yeah, what now? What do we do?
Well,
This seems like something we should be able to do. How old are you?
27.
Yeah,
How old are you?
28. We're 55.
Collectively?
Yeah.
I hate that. That feels so bad.
I'm just saying, do you feel like we should be able to make friends by now?
Can't.
Or do you think it's...
No.
No, we shouldn't. Too soon in the process?
We have to.
Do you think this is like
good at it?
This is like a post-divorce kind of thing? Like you make most of your friends as a kid, and then the next time you make friends is after your divorce?
What, with just other divorcees?
I'm just thinking because you're lonely. Sad. All your friends have they're like, oh, we don't really want to bring Brian around. He keeps making us feel bad about our loving marriages.
That's assuming.
Also, he bought a Corvette.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll
And
ever
he brought
own
a
a cool
small
car.
Puerto Rican boy around for a couple.
No. Nope. No. I don't do that. I don't bring small Puerto Rican boy around. Don't make it canon, okay? Future Brian is going to be super cool.
All right. So yeah, let's say you were an adult man.
Minus a Corvette. Yes.
How would you make friends, Brian?
I don't know. So
Okay.
I sought advice from different sources. Bumble has an option where instead of trying to find people to make fuck with, you instead can make friendship with them. It's called Bumble BFF. And I originally wanted to make my own account, and then I didn't. So instead, I let Bumble tell me how I should be approaching people. So I thought maybe I could try some of these on you.
All right.
You know, afterward, I've got some friendship pickup lines. So I'm starting with some conversation starters.
All right. So
This
do you
is
want to
for
give
all
me
you people out there looking for new friends as an adult, and you don't know how to start a conversation. This could be the way.
All right. Do you want to give me a circumstance and character? Like for my part of it?
Let's say you're a 28-year-old man who runs a podcast with a philosophy degree, and you're friends with. I'll just be me. So you're friends with me in this scenario.
Wait. No, who's the person you're approaching?
Well, it's multifaceted. Like this could
All
be
right.
anyone approaching anyone.
No, I got that part.
Yeah.
But we're already friends, so why are you doing this to me?
Because it's funny.
Okay.
I mean, I want to know how you would. So I guess
I thought this was like
You're
you're
being
cold
you.
approaching someone at a bar, basically.
I guess kinda.
Am I missing the point?
But maybe I'll just be a stranger. Okay.
All right, you be a stranger.
You be you.
I'll be me.
I'll be a stranger. So we
You
don't
be
know
a
each-
man. And I'll be a woman.
Oh my god. Tell me how you would feel about these conversation starters. Okay.
Okay. I can do that.
I think these are very specifically for after having matched with somebody.
Well, let's pretend that we were both on an app and we were lonely and in search of friend love.
Are you ready?
To make friend boom boom.
I don't share my fries. But for you, I might make an exception. How do you like that? Do you want to be friends with me now?
Am I
What's
Am
your
I missing
favorite kind of
something?
ice cream? This is really Bumble's advice. This is like their fucking website. Because it matters. What is your go-to karaoke song? Do you feel warmed up? You feel like I approached you in a reasonable, sane way?
I kind of feel like you aren't from this earth and that you did some research and are now trying to approach me to garner appropriate information on the species.
Alien has 10 minutes to figure out how to like coerce with single friends.
That'd be a fun reality show.
Wait, can you be single as just is there a single version of being a friend? Is that just
I
having
think
no
that's
friends?
just being a person.
Oh, it's just having no friends, right?
Well, wait, are you saying this person has no friends? Because every individual person, even within a friend group, can still be friends with other people.
Yeah, what's the single version of being in the friend world? Is it just having...
Isn't that always?
I don't know. Is it?
I mean, I guess if you have friends, you aren't actively searching for more friends. So
Is a friend courtship inherently polyamorous because you have other friends?
I would assume so. And unless we're like in this, circumstance where I'm about to be wedded and I realize that my future wife's friends all kind of make fun of me because I have no male friends. And like I don't have any guys that are going to be a part of the wedding party, and my wife feels kind of weird about it and wants me to go out and make friends.
So you go make some zany interactions with 5 to 6 individuals, and one of them's your little brother, played by
an SNL cast member. Yeah.
Sandy Andberg.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
No, otherwise, aren't you just one dude talking to another dude at a bar, seeing where the night goes?
I guess, yeah. That feels weird now, though. Nobody does that. I feel like you just assume somebody's trying to fuck you.
Yeah, no,
you can't just be organic
I
anymore.
was thinking about how like people are going to grow up now, and if you were to be at a bar and be like, "Oh, can we shoot the next game of pool with you?" They'd be like, "Oh my god, these olds are trying to fuck us."
Hell, don't call us these olds. What kind of a bar are we at? A college bar?
Like a juice bar?
Hey, do you think this one would work on a group of Gen Zs? Nice to meet you. If you play your cards right, I'll tag you in the best memes. That's another one on here.
Hey kids, TikTok is like this thing I did called Vine. Bo Burnham
to be fair,
was
they
on
inherited Vine without giving it credit now.
Yeah.
Everyone it's just part of, it might as well just be a word. Like Vine references might as well just be punctuation in a conversation now,
What I'm getting out of this is that
I feel like I'm not doing a good job just as Brian being Tom's friend right now. He's not disagreeing.
I feel like
Bumble's terrible.
Bumble's not good at making friends. Oh, sorry. I remembered a bit I was going to do. I'm going to rewind to my bit.
Okay.
This would be a funny reality show, would be to drop aliens, like we're on the alien ship, and we're going to drop Zip Jorp down onto planet Earth. And he has 10 minutes to mingle and make a new friend. Let's see how Zip Jorp did. And then he'd be like, "What is your favorite ice cream?"
I would watch this.
If you were any animal, what would you be and why? Yes, there is a correct answer.
Ugh. Okay, so I think what we're discovering is that we can actually make this and just play the aliens, and that sounds very funny. It almost becomes a prank show, kind of.
Is that the best that Bumble had for us?
They're dog shit. Yeah. But so those
one of them was just a statement.
Right.
I don't share my fries, but I'd share my fries with you.
Yeah, why would you say that to a stranger?
I don't know. I don't know why you'd do that.
You don't know them yet. So those are conversation openers.
Okay.
I also have from a very obscure website written by a man or person or woman named Tokyo Chan.
That seems
friend pickup lines. So instead of just a conversation starter, it's the friend version of a pickup line,
okay.
So I've selected a few for you. Are those space pants? Because they're really cute. Where did you get them? We should go shopping together sometime. What are your initial... Any... I was hoping that these would be your type of humor too, because I was shitting myself while I was reading them. They're so bad.
Oh, Revtown Jeans.
Revtown Jeans.
They don't really have
Revtowns.
like a place, so it got them online.
That sounds really inconvenient. What if I get the wrong size?
Send them back.
Why would I do that with my time?
Good jeans.
See, now in this scenario, we would not be friends after this pickup line because there's a rift in how we buy jeans.
Can you repeat that real quick? I just
Okay. Are those space pants?
okay.
Because they're really cute. Where did you get them? We should really go shopping together sometime.
All right, so I didn't miss anything the first time.
No, that
That's
was
good.
all of it.
That's good to know.
You want the next one?
Yes.
Girl, are you sweatpants? Because we're going to spend... They like all have to do with pants for some reason.
Girl, are you
sweatpants?
I just thought you were going to end.
Where do you think this is?
Girl, are you sweatpants? I've only been on the
That's
planet
not bad.
8 minutes, and I does this make sense to you?
At the very least, you'd be like, what a bizarre person. I have to know why you think I'm sweatpants.
This person's weird. They've got 16 tentacles, and I only have 2.
Here's how it really ends. Because we're going to spend a lot more time together when I'm not dating anyone.
Oh, that one's good, actually.
I thought it was just fucking like random, but that does make sense.
No, that one's good.
You'd be in...
Wait.
But also it's weird
Don't
that
you
you're
make-
telling someone that.
Also, don't you wear sweatpants more often when you are dating somebody?
Yeah.
Like, isn't the idea that when you're dating people, you let yourself
become
go?
comfortable. Right.
And then when you're, like, stop dating, you look really good, but you're on the inside, your sweatpants?
Just misses the mark in every way, which I find hilarious and endearing. These would work on me big time.
Well, not to be mean, but, I mean, from, like, a friend sex perspective, like...
Friend sex.
Like, if I was going to go pick up a friend at a bar, you're kind of easy.
Oh, yes. I'm
Yeah.
like a friend slut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also like a friend.
Like
What's
if-
the equivalent of like a person who dates someone that's like very clearly has like a ton of issues, but they're like, no, it's fine.
Stupid.
Well, I can't really argue with that technically. Man, this person is just awful to me, but I'm their friend.
But we've agreed. We're doing this.
We signed some kind of blood contract. How about let me float this one to you.
Yeah, you're kind of, you're like when you've kind of got a friend, or like a friend of a friend. You're like, oh, my girlfriend's friend is coming over, and you're like, oh, well, like maybe you know who would like her. We'll kind of set her up with male friend X, and they'll probably end up having sex. You're sort of like the friend equivalent of that as well.
Oh,
where
yes.
like they're like, oh, like we invited someone to the party. Well, Brian will do them in the corner
As a friend.
as a friend. Yeah, like
Right.
Brian
No, I mean-
will go out of his way to make sure this uncomfortable person feels okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like folk in our friend group who start dating someone, I feel like I'm the person they can rely on to be like, well, at least they, if,
Yeah,
if
you're
there's
the-
a terrible approval rating, at least Brian will be jolly around them.
Yeah,
so that they don't feel like shit.
You've got like two major benefits. One, you're like the soft opening friend. You're like, all right, we're gonna go out for dinner, and I'll bring like Brian. Like Brian's pretty neutral. Like he's a fun guy. She'll get a decent vibe for the goofiness of the group. And he's not gonna do anything crazy. He's not gonna blow my cover here.
Unless you liquor me up.
Then fizzball. You know,
Foosball me.
I'm like I'm sort of one of the last layers where you're like, all right, she's like, we're dating her and she's made it through the first group of friends who are nice and normal, and we'll see if she can
Yes.
handle a full night.
You are the final boss of our friend group.
See if she can handle a full night of Tom. You know? And then
Seldom done.
there's that benefit, and then there's the benefit of being like, I know this person's not going to stick around long, but while we're doing it, I need someone to like buffer us when we're all hanging out.
Do we work?
Brian will be a buffer.
Do we work casual, short term? Let's see if it's Brian approved. Yes.
Yeah, let's see if Brian. I mean, Brian's
Is this
gonna
a long term person? Let's see if they can handle Tom.
because they're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't go. We've tried.
Is he tormenting her? Does he keep saying something really mean? But thinking like it's funny.
It's weird. Why I knew I gotta go say it.
It's terrible.
All right, give me another one.
Okay. Are you a parking ticket? Because I could give you a ride home if your car got towed or something. I'm happy to, really. I think I get a laugh out of Heather on these. Red flag? You think that's a red flag?
Did someone slash
Definitely
your
a red
tires?
flag. We've
That's
just
crazy. Get in my car.
Oh, I didn't even think of it that way.
That you should slash someone's tires and then give them a ride home.
It just sounds so ludicrous. Like, what does it have to do with anything? Your car doesn't get towed. When you
Yeah,
get a
it sounds
parking
really
ticket.
creepy.
Wow.
Remember that girl that followed us around Dover?
You mean the person with like zero survival skills? Yes.
Yeah. Just to keep so for a small amount of
Of a very long story.
I don't know if I want to tell the story because it makes us seem so scary right out of the gate.
Let's just say Tom and I were discussing a movie loudly late at night.
No, we were discussing a disturbing thing that happens in horror movies, and discussing like multiple types or multiple movies that this disturbing thing that's disturbing within the
Yes.
context of a horror movie happens in, and that maybe someone would, and if you heard people talking about, you would avoid them at night
Yes.
because you'd be like, that's the exact thing I'm worried might happen to me if I'm wandering alone at night.
Yes.
We're having a conversation like that
Pretty loudly.
loudly amongst the drunk streets of Dover. And a girl heard us and then latched onto us.
She started following us around and was like, I don't know why, but these two grown men discussing this horrifying topic, that's my guys.
Yep, she latched onto us. She said she needed her phone was dead and her boyfriend had abandoned her, and that she'd been kicked out of her bar because the bartender kept accusing her of stealing his Coke.
She was so adamant about the Coke thing.
Yeah, she kept bringing it up. She was like, it was so fucking, like, this guy, like, I don't know, sometimes he's just kind of fucking weird, and he just kept, like, saying I stole his Coke.
Yeah, he's such an asshole.
I didn't
So
steal his Coke,
shitty.
whatever. Also, she was trying to have sex with Brian. Like, she's like, like, my type is normally, like, sort of tall and Brian and not Tom at all. And I'm like, I wasn't trying, but that seems out of...
You did catch a pretty big stray for no reason. But the best part about the Coke thing at the very end of the night, after we got her like packed into,
we took her to our house. Which, why would she go with us? To charge her phone. I was scared when she came into our house.
Yeah,
Like, she came in to charge her phone. I'm like, are we going to be able to get her out tonight? Do I have to
she
abandon?
was doing everything in her power not to leave. And
Yeah,
I was like,
am I
you
gonna
need
have
to
to-
order a fucking Uber or I will.
I was going to abandon you at some point. Like, I can
felt
escape
you pulling
to the
away,
room.
and
Yeah.
I was like, please don't do this to me.
But eventually, we got her to call a boyfriend in an Uber, and on her way out the door, as she hugged Brian and said her tearful goodbyes, she was like, "I did steal the Coke."
All night, she's like, he's such a dick. I didn't fucking steal any Coke. Kicked me out for no reason.
we never
I did
asked.
steal the Coke.
Yeah, we didn't keep bringing it up. We didn't ask.
I
And
didn't
then
give
she
a
just
shit.
she outed herself at the
Oh.
end. She must have been feeling guilty about it.
Yeah, that was probably the weirdest Dover thing that's ever happened to us.
Yeah, that was like 3 hours. She followed us around town as we like hid under bridges and talked about disturbing things.
Yep.
Because we were doing our bridge walks
Oh, I miss our
where
bridge
we
walks.
walked under the bridges.
Tom and I used to just climb under bridges and have little hearts to hearts tells.
Yeah, we spent a lot of nights drunkenly clamming about.
What's your
support.
Instagram? My parents said I should follow my dreams.
Is that the next one?
Yep. There it is.
What's?
How do you feel about that?
I'd be out.
Yeah. Psychopath behavior.
Yeah, that's out. That's nuts.
Was your dad a boxer? Because you're a knockout.
No, now you're trying to have sex.
Yeah, but that's like, isn't your dad knocking you out? I don't know. None of them make sense.
Was your dad a boxer? Because it looks like he beat you, and like did a really good job.
Hey, did you swap bodies with a gross person? Because you're gross.
My parents told me to follow my dreams.
It's like it's like being mean as a pickup line for a friend.
Hey, I'd never have sex with you because of your gross body, but I'm pretty lonely. You want to talk? I need a friend, and you're a good candidate because I know this has never turned into anything else.
No, certainly not. That's pretty much it though on my end. Just some very cringy and weird and disconnected lines to say to a stranger.
Well, I think
That will not help us.
I think they are all things you should do live on another podcast.
Really.
Yeah.
You think you're saying I should go to someone else's podcast and do that?
Oh, no, that's a good point. This is confusing. One of our ideas for this episode was Brian attempting to befriend someone on Bumble, showing all of the messages, and then also trying to convince them to come on this podcast.
Oh, yes. That I do still want to do. Like making a trio joined Bumble where it's like the three of us.
Oh, boy.
And we just lure people into the podcast.
I feel like we just spent a good amount of time roasting off.
Lure?
We just spent a good amount of
Come
time
on.
roasting these pickup lines. Meanwhile, we're like, what if we made a podcast cabal on Bumble, and then we try to convince people
Everything we do sounds
to come on our show for entertainment. Imagine if someone approached you doing that. That'd be fucking weird. The space pants is one thing, but imagine if they're like, "Well, come on my podcast." Like, this person's a fucking
worse.
loser.
Yeah, it goes from like I'm a little concerned about your mental health to like I'm very concerned about your mental health.
You have your own podcast, and I haven't heard
Red
of it.
flag.
That's not good.
Red flag. What do you got? What are you bringing to the table today?
Well, I also
on this day.
thought about being an adult and how it's hard to make friends, because that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I think there's a few reasons. Think about the circumstances that you made most of your closest friends with.
Well, being in high school.
High school and college, where you were forced into tight spaces with each other and spent buckets of time together. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't do that as an adult, other than in the office of work. Even at the work office, most of the time, you're not like you don't spend every moment with a person. You know what I mean? And also, you didn't grow up with these people. You don't know anything about them. Yada yada. So those are some ingredients about that you just don't spend enough time with people to become friends.
Right.
But I think one of the other key ingredients that we're missing as adults is that one of the things that bonds you with your friends is having horrible experiences with them. Lots of bad experiences together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
as an adult, if you had one bad experience with a stranger, like a person you don't know that well, you just cut them out. Mm-hmm. You'd be like, that was fucking terrible. Why would I do that? So what we need to do, obviously,
we need to lure people in and force them to experience something terrible. Is that where you're going with this? Hey, you want to have a really bad night?
Hey, you want to go camping? Then we just have one of us hide in the woods and pretend to be a serial killer.
Isn't that cool how we actually thought we were going to die?
Oh, come on.
I didn't. I orchestrated the whole thing, but you
Look,
did.
I know you're kind of pissed right now because it seemed like we killed some of your friends. But wasn't this an all-time bonding moment for us?
How do you feel about me now?
Come on.
Give it a day.
Me and you, we outsmarted that killer. We trapped him in that bear pit.
And we have a fun story.
Also, we needed to call an ambulance because we trapped Brian in a bear pit.
I did get a staph infection in the bear pit.
We did. We rubbed our shit on those spikes.
We thought they were dull enough to survive a fatal wound.
Yeah. I thought I might be able to get a text off to Brian and warn him not to fall down the trap, but whoops.
Oopsies. Well, now we're better friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, obviously the super exaggerated version of it is not great, but what would be a non-exaggerated version of this?
Of forcing people to have terrible times with you?
Like just going and doing something that sucks, maybe?
Yeah, it's I mean, if you're doing like the serious version, it's like you just have to agree, like you have to be part of a group that kind of does a hard thing together. Would be like, so it's like,
Oh, okay.
if you are part of a gym, like if you're like joined a type of gym where it's like group workouts and they're grueling, like afterwards you'd be like, oh man, that was a tough one, huh, Barbara? And she'd be like, I'm 80 years old. And then you'd be like, Barb, she's my friend. You know.
Well, I wouldn't befriend Barbara because
Crabs.
not long for this.
Oh,
Crabs is not a fatal thing.
that's a good point. That's not what got her.
It's the old age.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Why is there always a bit where it's sad? Why is there always a point in which we have to sadden ourselves?
I don't know. You know, yeah, I something like that. You know, maybe hot yoga instead of recreating a classic slasher film.
What about hot yogurt?
I mean, if you ate, you'd never
That'd be
forget the
fucking
people
gross.
that you ate hot yogurt with together.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot
That's
easier
what I'm saying.
easier and less expensive than a gym membership or a yoga membership. You don't need a membership for yogurt.
You don't need anything except a microwave and yogurt.
You would microwave it?
How would you heat up your yogurt? On the pan?
I was thinking the stove. You'd make it like
Stovetop?
bake it like a casserole. Like just get a big lasagna pan.
Look, if we're going to be friends, there's something you need to know about us. We're going to eat terrible things, not for pleasure.
Well, this was just my high school group of friends. We would, in the lunch trays, we would just create a disgusting soup of all of the ingredients.
See, that's what I'm saying. Is you know, we've atrophied the muscle of displeasure. You know, we need to bring back suffering and force it upon strangers.
Atrophied muscle of displeasure sounds like a garbage punk band or something. How often do you masturbate?
Is that another one of your friend questions?
No. I was just wondering if you're letting your muscle of displeasure atrophy.
You're saying I need to not masturbate more? Wait,
I don't know.
more. Don't
I'm just gonna let you derailing that.
let
bit
me stew in
wash
my
over
my
me
own,
like a stinky fart.
let me stew in my own hot yogurt.
Okay, you know what I just thought though? There is.
Babe, I'm so close. I'm about to make hot yogurt.
Okay. It's not so much a gross dish to prepare. It's just the worst name for cum ever conceived.
We gotta think of something a little. You gotta shorten it though. You gotta make it a little tighter. Hot yog.
Hot yog.
I'm about to make some hot yog,
People
babe.
are just gonna think you're doing hot yoga
Damn
if you
it.
say hot yog.
We're right back to hot
God
yoga.
damn it! It's full circle.
This is bullshit.
We should have like a hot yogurt party.
Wait,
What's hot? The people at the party or the yogurt?
it depends on which type of yogurt we're talking about here.
What has happened? What? I blame myself for this. I'm sorry.
One version, we invite all of our ugly friends over, and we all eat hot, probiotic-laced, creamy substances. And then another version, we invite our hot friends over, and we all collectively.
I just thought. I want to see a dating show where, like you said earlier, it's like you bring the two friends together to see if they'll date, but one of you brings your hottest friend you know, and the other brings the ugly. All right, let's see if they hit it off.
Nope, they didn't. One of them's interested. One of them just wants to be friends.
Oh.
We made one person a friend, and we made another person a stalker.
Yep. We've created another dangerous situation. Now they'll be really
This will
good.
bond everyone
They'll be
together.
good friends at least.
Remember that time that we introduced Bill and Karen, and Bill sent her a bunch of weird, unrequited love songs, and
He was a watcher.
then he watched her.
He was watching her. Yep. No bueno. Man, that yogurt bit went on way too long. I got to have a fucking nightmare about that tonight.
I don't know if that's going to be a nightmare. It's just going to be you and yourself
Mm-hmm.
making some friends.
In my dreams? That's really sad if I'm having dreams about making friends. Sex dream is one thing. Your body's just like, hey, maybe we should do this soon.
We got some pent up energy. What do you think? What do you?
What
What do
a
you
dream where I'm just like sitting with someone like, we're friends.
Yeah, what's the wet dream equivalent of being a loner? That just like what happens in your dream instead of being like, oh, Jessica Alba, you just got off your photo shoot for the new Fantastic Four movie, and you need
Nice.
me to rub your back.
This sounds like a sex dream.
That this one's a sex dream.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm saying what's the equivalent, but
Well, the equivalent would be, oh, the thing. You just got off of the set of the Fantastic Four. Your big, rippling, rocky back looks so creviced and dry. Maybe I could rub some lotion on it.
do you want to get a beer?
Yeah.
Then you
Let me rub some beer on it.
I think the Chiefs are playing for Monday Night Football this week.
Stop rubbing the thing.
If we go and watch the thing. Brian never uses lotion. That's why his
Okay. I literally have lotion on my body right now.
the thing is all rocky and craggly.
Can you guess where the lotion is on my body right now?
On your tattoos?
No.
On your face?
What? What's your guess?
Hold on, Heather's saying something.
I said on your hand.
Yes. It is on my hand. I have a dry knuckle right now.
Yeah, she was thinking.
I know, but in roasting me,
Oh
you
my
found
God.
the truth.
Brian's mixing his yog. It's getting warmer. Warmer.
Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. There is a
Hot.
hot yogurt is a thing.
Is it?
Isn't there yogurt sauce on like chicken biryani dishes? I'm pretty sure like a lot of Indian
Chicken
cuisine
bitty?
has yogurt sauce.
Chicken
Yeah.
bitty.
See, that's a thing.
Yani?
Chicken biryani?
Chicken bitty. Yani?
I like the way you say biryani.
Beer. Yani.
I could use a little bit of a tongue roll on the R.
Biryani.
Well, it's close enough.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Making any friends as an adult is hard, huh?
Keeping friends is hard.
I don't think that this episode's going to help us make any friends.
No, if anything, we will thwart our chances of making any friends in the future who watch this.
But for all of our future friends, come drink hot yogurt with us.
Yeah.
And then go on a camping trip. And then tell us your favorite ice cream. This has been a show with me and Brian. I'm Tom.
And I'm Brian.
Good night. Good night.
I love you.
Good night.
Love you, America.
Good night.